7:22 on December 27th. On the meeting back into order from executive session, closing executive session. What's your pleasure?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Simmons, second by Mr. Decker. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Next order of business is the approval of the December 12th, 2022 Common Council meeting minutes. What's your pleasure? Motion by Mr. Foster. Second by Mr. Livingston. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And the approval of the minutes of the December 22nd Special Common Council meeting. What's your pleasure? Motion by Mr. Foster. Second by Mr. Decker. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Don't need to come out of anything, right? Okay. Moving to regular business, Mr. Foster, ADA.
Thank you, Mayor. ADA has not met yet. Our next meeting is going to be on February 6th, 5:30, right here in the council chambers. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Miller.
We have bills to be paid from the general fund, $354,287.23. From the water fund, $59,300.48. From the sewer fund, $12,180.91. From the capital fund, $175.88. For trust and agency, $151,553.39, bringing us to a total of $577,497.89. Some larger items for New York State employees' health insurance, $263,534.68. Cargill salt, $27,816.96. Global Montello Group, $18,232.34. And for Orange and Rockland Utilities, Port Jervis Solar, $41,532.29. And lastly, from the capital fund for fire engineering, $175.88. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills.
Motion by Ms. Miller. Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Fuller. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Finance last met December 21st, hold the last budget workshop. The budget has since passed by all of council. If anyone has any questions regarding it, anybody from the public, feel free to email me.
And the budget is online.
Budget's online, and thanks to the council and everybody for moving it forward, and especially our city clerk treasurer who worked tirelessly to appease us and everybody else in the budget process, so thank you. Our next finance meeting will be held Wednesday, January 18th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that is all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Fuller, Fire Emergency Management.
Thank you, Mayor. Fire and Emergency Management has not met since our last meeting. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, January 17th at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers, and we move that to Tuesday because Monday's a holiday.
Gotcha. That's it. Thank you. Ms. Mann, Tourism IDA.
Thank you, Mayor. Tourism has not met since their last meeting. The winners of the 2022 Holiday Lighting Contest of Festive category, first place went to 1 Charles Street, second place 92 Orange Street, third place 31 Ferguson Avenue. Traditional category, first place was 19 Prospect Street, second place 11 Francis Street, third place 73 Hudson Street. Congratulations to all of our winners. Third annual Chinese New Year celebration will be held downtown on Sunday, January 22nd from 12 to 4 p.m. The fourth annual St. Patrick's Day Parade will be held on Sunday, March 5th from 2 to 4. If anyone has any further questions, they can email Tourism Chair Laura Meyer at tourism@portjervisny.gov. The next tourism meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 11th at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. Now, the IDA has not met since their last meeting. They're scheduled to meet, when is your fire emergency, 6:30? Okay, so Tuesday, January 17th at 6 p.m. pending agenda items here in the council chambers. I would like to extend my condolences to the Belcher family for their loss. George's dedication and commitment to our country and our city will never be forgotten. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Mr. Decker, Planning and Zoning.
Thank you, Mayor. Both planning and zoning boards haven't met since their last meeting due to lack of agendas. The next planning board meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 17th at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. And the next zoning board meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. That's all I have. Thank you.
17th is going to be a busy night.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Livingston, DPW CDA.
Thank you, Mayor. Garbage and recycling for the weeks of December 26th and January 2nd will be pushed back one day. The paper pickup for those weeks will be on their normal schedules. The 2022 garbage schedule is available on the city website at dpwclerk@portjervisny.gov. Oh, I'm sorry, on the city website at www.portjervisny.gov, or you can also use the DPW clerk at portjervisny.gov. Maintenance of roads, potholes, and tar are ongoing, and the next DPW meeting will be held Monday, February 6, 2023 at 6 p.m. in the council chambers.
No, that's February 6th. Yeah, we're going to cancel. There's really no business.
So the next one will be February 6th. CDA did meet on December 20th, and I'll have an update at our next council meeting. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you. And also, again, I'd like to extend my condolences to George and his family, or to George's family. Known George a long, long time, and we'll miss him dearly. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Simmons, Code.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next code meeting will be Wednesday, January 4th at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. And I also would like to make a motion to adopt local law number 15 of 2022, update New York State Building and Fire Codes. And I would note that this is an unlisted action, this is a type 2 action under secret, and it requires no action. So I would make a motion that we adopt local law number 15.
Thank you. A motion by Mr. Simmons, second by Mr. Siegel. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
And also, I would like to pass along my condolences to George's family. George spent a long, long time serving his country, serving the citizens of Port Jervis in many, many ways, and he will be missed. And thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Newhouser, Recreation.
The rec room at the youth center is closed this week for winter break. It will reopen on Tuesday, January 3rd at 3 p.m. The recreation office is only open Wednesday and Thursday this week. It'll also then reopen on January 3rd. The 4th annual Port Polar Plunge is scheduled for Saturday, January 14th at 9 a.m. at West End Beach. You can register online at runsignup.com, then search for Port Polar Plunge. You can also register the day of the race at West End Beach. Busybodies Arts and Crafts classes will start up again in January. Classes will be held Saturday mornings at the youth center between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Class size is limited to 12 students. Classes are free of charge and for boys and girls in grades K through 3. Registration will be held at the youth center Tuesdays, January 3rd, 10th, 17th, between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, January 11th at 6:15 p.m. at the youth center. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Siegel.
Thank you. All I have is I'd also like to share my condolences with the family of George Belcher for all his years of service to this community. And I served with him many of those years, and I would sum up our relationship as he was grumpy but kind and caring. Rest in peace, George. And Happy New Year to everyone else. I hope for a happy, healthier, better year in the year 2023.
Thank you. Public comment. Anybody from the public? Not seeing anybody? We won't have any. All right, on to police. I don't have a police update. I do have, and I have sent to you the intermunicipal agreement for processing a project pending before the Town of Deer Park Planning Board, that on this agreement, which will be the 27th day of 2022, between the Town of Deer Park and Municipal Corporation of the State of New York, with offices located at 421 Route 209, Huguenot, New York 12746, also known as the Town, and the City of Port Jervis, Municipal Corporation of the State of New York, with offices located at 20 Hammond Street, Port Jervis, New York 12771. The city, the town, and the city being collectively referred to as the parties. Do I need to read the whole thing?
Nope.
Okay. Do I have to do it therefore? That's pretty long too.
Basically, you can make a motion to authorize the mayor or his designee to execute the intermunicipal agreement, processing a project pending before the Town of Deer Park Planning Board, which has already been, this agreement has already been approved by the Deer Park County Board.
And I have the signed agreements and stamps.
And I will make that a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Simmons,
Second.
second by Mr. Livingston. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. So, I'm sorry? Okay, so we had we had an RFP go out for city engineer. A committee was put together, and the committee is going to give the recommendation, and the council can consider the same. So what is the committee's recommendation?
The committee recommended that in the, or do we, MHE, consulting engineering, the city engineer for the city of Port Jervis.
Okay, with that recommendation, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Siegel, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Simmons. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. We'll advise both parties, our current engineer as well as MHE. Okay, just a reminder that our reorganizational meeting will be on January 9th at our regular common council meeting. I do have before me a letter that I received today, but I want the public to know, because from what I understand, there was a lot of questions about social media with two very long-time businesses closing this week. I did receive a letter from Shields Tire Service, and first and foremost, Bob Shields couldn't ask for a nicer guy, very polite, willing to help in the community. He and his wife both passed away within a week of each other, and they're viewing tonight and their funeral tomorrow, so we'll keep the Shields family in mind. But that being said, Shields Tire business customers, after a century of service to our community, Shields Tire will be closing their doors. Will remain open by appointment only during January and February of 2023 to provide service to clients who have pre-purchased tires and or tire services. We ask that you contact us at our number to make an appointment. Please note that the business will be closed this week for holiday vacation, as it's their normal annual holiday vacation in New Year's, and will reopen to begin taking appointments on Monday, January 2nd, 2023. The smell of the tire machine when it popped the tires. So
That'll be a business sorely missed.
sorely missed. Well, over 100 years. And the other one is my good friend George. George and I have our paths, the way they crossed were very interesting. But when I came on to the council, as Stanley plainly put it, he looked grumpy. Anywhere where you look, he had his arms folded and a grump. And I always said, George, you got to smile. George, you got to smile. Come on, smile, George. You don't have to be a hardened Marine. Look at these Air Force people, they always smile. That's because we have hotel rooms with air conditioning and heat and good food and all that kind of stuff. But no, I can get George to smile and laugh, and a great heart. A man with a really big heart about our community. He loved Port Jervis. Matter of fact, on November 22nd is his birthday, and he was in the hospital, and I went to visit him, and he says, "What do you think about me running?" I I said, well, George, you're living in Matamoros right now, or Westfall right now. He goes, well, I can move back. I still have houses in Port Jervis. So it was still in his heart. All the best to George's family. I know it's been a rough year for you, but think of all the great times that you've had, and thank you for the times that you shared, George, with us. I want to wish everybody a happy new year, but before I do that, I got some miserable news from Orange County. I just received today Orange County's wastewater surveillance program report, and it's the most recent results of our municipality show a substantial, steady increase of SARS-CoV-2 viral burden as evidenced in the attached data plot. And of course, when I look at their attached data plot, it does go up. It's not significant. It's not like it was in 2020.
Oh my God,
right?
it's hardly up.
But there was a spike this past month, and I'm just going to read this recommendation for those who are interested. Wearing a high-quality mask or respirator for all persons over the age of 2. Remember, this is a recommendation by the county health department. It is not a mandate. Who are medically able to tolerate it regardless of vaccination status. Stay up to date with COVID-19 vaccinations, including recommended booster doses, enhanced communication and notification within your area of the increased presence of SARS-CoV-2 in our community, which I'm doing right now. For businesses, congregates like schools, nursing homes, and groups who all received the same email that I did, as well as the hospital, places of worship, places where susceptible, it's our, right? Vulnerable populations gather, other facilities or populations at risk with SARS-CoV-2. So that is from Orange County. Again, that is a recommendation that they recommend. It is not a mandate. Otherwise, we go into 2023, hopefully happier and healthier than we were in 2022. And I wish everybody a happy and healthy new year. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. Motion by Mr. Siegel. Second by Mr. Lindsay. Yes, please do not drink and drive. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
Or you might run into somebody's house.
Is that what happened? I don't even know what the whole parade is for.